Hi, welcome to the rebroadcast. If you're catching this on replay and if you're joining us live, it's Rita from the Fortune Teller Shop and Paris Debono, the Fortune Teller. How
Hello,
are
everyone.
you?
I'm good, thank you, Rita.
That's good. I'm just going to give a few minutes so everyone can join in. We've got a few people joining us now and then we'll start the class.
Yep, sure. So welcome to Fortune Teller TV. I'm Paris Debono, and today we're going to be doing a Find a Man class lesson, and we have some students here that are not on camera, but their voices will be on camera and their manicured hands as well, okay, when shuffling cards. Okay, so welcome.
Welcome, guys.
Should we get started?
Absolutely, let's go.
Okay, cool. So we're starting with the Andy Warhol Find a Man deck, or Warholono, as I call it. So these are inspired by Andy Warhol's artworks that I really love, and this is an example of a reading that we have for a client. Is that right? Mm-hmm. What's the client's question?
She just spent a month with somebody abroad.
Okay.
Who she met online. And
yes.
She's now back in her own country, and she's wondering what's ahead for them.
What's ahead for them? Okay, good. So in the Find a Man Andy Warhol deck, it's a 16-card deck. Okay, and what we do is we always start the reading from the top, and we work our way down. So if we were laying out the cards, we would lay them out in this order. Okay. Now this one is the outcome card. This one up the top is the filter card or the foundation card. Now this happens to be the man. Now he is upright. Mm-hmm. Okay, so if the filter or the foundation is the male person, mm-hmm. what can that tell us about the question about them being together in the future? What is that pointing to already?
It's up to him.
It's up to him, yeah. It's going to depend on him a lot, mm-hmm. because he's holding the reading together.
So he calls the shots.
He calls the shots, or it's going to be up to him, or he's in some kind of control power position. Right. Okay? Yeah. Now, we have to back it up with everything else, though. Right. Now, in Find a Man, I'm going to jump around a little bit, but what I do is I want to look for the woman in this case, because the question's for her, really, from her. Now, the woman card, it says here, it has a big heart, and it says you. Now, when you're reading for a client, this is the client, okay? So if you have a female client, this is her. Now, what do we notice about her already? We can notice a few things about the distance, and also she's what?
Upside down.
She's upside down. So this is telling us already that she's not in a powerful position in this situation, okay? Now, we can dissect it in different ways, but because I'm teaching it, I want to go in sort of like order. Okay, so let's just go back to him for a second. Now, because he's upright, we have to read the cards that are upright. These cards we read only for him, the upright. For her, we read reversal, because she's reversed. So her card's telling us what we need to read. So if we start from him, what has he got beside him?
Everybody must have a fantasy.
Everybody must have a fantasy. Okay, and then if we just have another look at the next card next to it, it's got mixed messages. Mm-hmm. So what is that telling us about how he feels?
He's probably not after a long committed relationship. He just wants to have a nice fantasy relationship.
Fun, fantasy, yeah, mixed messages. So he might even be unsure himself. Mm-hmm. Now the first four cards are also the past. Mm-hmm. So this is already present for him. Mm-hmm. Okay, so he's already possibly felt this or known this. Mm-hmm. Now he's got a card, the last card in his row is effort brings reward. Mm. So what could that be saying about him, what he's up to?
He gets what he wants if he puts his mind into it?
Yeah, he gets what he wants if he puts his mind to it. It could be showing that he has to put effort in, I suppose, because it's next to mixed messages. Right. Perhaps he's put some effort in, but it was mixed. Mm-hmm. So we can start to connect the cards. Now, yeah, go ahead.
Would that be just only related to relationships, or could it also be related to his work?
It can be related to his work because it's a yellow card with money. Okay, so yes, there is a sense of him perhaps focusing on his work too. Yeah, more than love. Right. So he starts off with a love card right next to him, a pink one with a heart on it, but it's got fantasy energy to it, okay? Whereas if we look at from her point of view, she's seeing him beauty, trust and fun. So she's got a more loving vibe. Now also if we kind of fast forward and go down here, we see the other heart card. She's right next to it. Love is love. So she's in love.
Right.
Whereas he, the idea of waiting for something makes it more exciting. So again, his energy is not about, you know, let's get married or let's be together. He's given it a go. It's a bit of a fantasy. He'll make it exciting. It's mixed messages. Now the card that's really not very good at all is this one. If we look at that, let go, conflicts and frustrations. We've got the male card hitting the let go. So it looks like he might have already let go. So are they separate now, or?
Not that I know of, but it doesn't take that much effort to hold, you know, keep a woman going when you just have to message her a couple of times a day or once a day.
Yeah. So he's in another country from
Yes.
her. Yeah.
Very
Yeah. So
far
he
away.
probably sends her mixed messages even at times. So possibly sometimes he's very keen and other times he's very cool.
Right.
Yeah. Has she said that at all?
Not yet, but I'm sure she's picking up something. Otherwise, she wouldn't have asked me.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I had a feeling that she was not ready to hear.
She's not ready to
Because
hear it.
she's in love.
She's in love, that's right. She's not going to want to hear anything. However, if we look at her card that's in between them, we have conflicts and frustrations.
Right.
So there's going to be something that's going to disturb her, I think. Something's going to disturb her or feel disturbing or feel not quite right. The line between them is quite difficult with that card.
She's not going to get what she wants, which is love, because he's not ready for it.
That's
So
right,
That's
that's
why
right.
the conflict's going to.
That's right, that's right. So if we look at the cards, these are the past, these four. In this deck, these ones are all the present and then the future. So if we keep going through the present sort of line, we've got let go from him, artificial colours and flavours. See, the cards are screaming at us.
Right.
They're just screaming, not potential long-term.
Right.
They're just screaming at us. Everyone's got a fantasy, artificial colours, mixed messages, okay? She might think he's sweet and fizzy, you know. She might think he's, you know, really nice. If we look at him, being good in business is the most fascinating kind of art. So he's going to be focusing a lot on business and a great connection. And they probably do have a great connection as well. Okay, so I can see why they're drawn to each other, but he's coming across a little bit less serious than she is.
In Warholono, a fox card comes up a lot for him.
For him, yeah. So he's probably into business or making his own life work.
Right.
Now, when we look at her, she's got rings all around her. She's got heart and rings. Can you see that?
Yes, yes.
So she's got a heart, a ring, and a ring. So this is telling me that she wants it to work.
Yes.
Yeah. You know, she already knows is one, and then it says here the right elements. So she knows that this is the one for her. Okay, but he's not really joining the party like she would like him to. Now, also we've got here heal mind, body, and soul for her, and for him we read it as he's an open flower. So he's open. He's not saying no, but he's not saying yes.
He's potentially open to other women as well.
He's potentially open to other women, yes, because this is Marilyn Monroe and she's like the third party. So, you know, your friend, your client has got a rival here. Now, there's no love cards to support this other woman, but there is a ring, which could mean that there was a relationship or will be one in the future.
And
But-
also, I think I heard a really heartbreaking story about how he suffered from a past breakup.
Okay.
That could also
Could be in there, could be a little bit of that, because he's got another lover there. So it could be that he's got an ex that it's still projecting in his future.
Right.
So it's showing that it's still coming up, and it shows here a timeout too. So it indicates there could be another lover. She may come back in the future, or the memory of her, and it does show that there's a timeout or a block. Okay?
He's in the past position. Does it mean that he's still stuck in the past because of the past relationship?
Yes, it can be that he's stuck in the past. It can mean that he isn't coming forward. He's not coming forward into the future. right? Whereas she's way in the future, your client, even though she's upside down.
Right.
Now, if we sort of look through all of those, etc. Now, if we just sort of fast forward to the outcome, the outcome kind of gives us the punchline. From his side, cannot foretell now. So what that's telling us is it won't tell us whether he's going to be her partner. By the looks of it, it's a no from him, or at least not a serious one, and then sexy and weird for her. So she may become a little bit weird with him. She might try to entice him, try to change him. She might even start becoming weird in her behaviour towards him. You know, it's a little bit like a bunny boiler.
He's a bit mental, probably thinking too much about potential marriage.
Yeah, and then he's going to be a little bit unattainable, so she might get a little bit more weirded out. Do you see that? Okay. So, that's kind of the overall picture. Now, with this deck, the heart of the matter ends up being these 4 cards. Now, if you notice the heart of the matter, there's no hearts actually in the middle. There's fizzy and sweet, money, there's third party, the right elements, and then artificial, business, another lover, and what does it say? I wonder if it's possible to have a love that lasts forever. So it's a bit of a fantasy card again. So the middle section doesn't solidly hold it together either.
I heard a really interesting story about what he said. He said if he's with a person more than longer than like a really long time, 30, 40, 50 years, then he's very sure that was love.
Right,
so that really shows it's coming from the past breakup affecting his belief in love. He probably doesn't believe in love because of the past.
He's definitely avoiding something. He's got an avoidance energy, whereas she's got much more of a serious energy.
Right.
Okay, so that gives you an idea of the Find a Man, the Warholono Deck, or Andy Warhol Deck by Paris Debono. Okay, so we'll leave that lesson there, Rita.
Okay, great. Thank you.
And we'll do some more.
All right, no worries. Thanks, everyone. Bye.